Welcome to my next Pokemon Draft League Wi-Fi battle. My team, the LA Wakers, is taking on Kurpie and the Winnipeg Blue Blastoise. I'll be giving you guys a quick breakdown of the team I brought today, why I chose these Pokemon, and the Wi-Fi battle will follow. My team is currently number 1 in the standings, but that doesn't mean I can slack off just yet. Kurpie's team is insane. He has a Volcarona that can terastallize into a fire or water type, an Iron Bundle that outspeeds my entire team and hits insanely hard with the choice specs, 2 strong dark types in King Gambit and Iron Jugulus, and a good defensive backbone consisting of a Powdon and Slowking. Seeing as how Stealth Rock are incredible versus my opponent's team, Iron Treads was the first Pokemon we thought to bring. I went with a Pasho Berry, that way I can shrug off one choice specs Hydro Pump from Iron Bundle and do 50% to it with Volt Switch. It's also my means of removing hazards via Rapid Spin and also hitting my opponent's team pretty hard with Earthquake. Even with a Pasho Berry, I needed max HP and max special defense to take on Iron Bundle and potentially also Gardevoir and Iron Jugulus. So I went with Sassy Nature, that way my Volt Switch was not weakened in power. To continue my Volt turn core, I went with Meowscarada. Choice Scarf allows me to outspeed a +1 Volcarona, as well as non-booster energy Iron Bundle and Choice Scarf Gardevoir. Because I'm always going to be locked into one move, Protean made the most sense since every move could become Stab. With a Naive Nature and 72 Speed EVs, I outspeed a +1 Volcarona, which I can threaten with a Power Gem, and thanks to my 220 Special Attack EVs, I can knock out even the bulkiest Volcarona. Aura Sphere allows me to hit King Gambit for a KO, and my leftover 216 EVs were put into attack to power up my Flower Trick and U-turn. And by using Palafin to force my opponent's Volcarona to terastallize, it will never be a 50-50 whether Meowscarada should click Flower Trick or Power Gem in the face of Volcarona. Choice Band Palafin is a threat, but I don't have to say that. Wave Crash, Jet Punch, and Flip Turn allow me to have priority, a strong nuke, and momentum in 3 different water moves. And Palafin can get a Terraform pretty easily versus a Powdon. Because my opponent's answers to Palafin are Slowking, Serena, and potentially Water Volcarona, I wanted a move that hit all 3 of them for at least neutral damage. Enter Body Slam. Body Slam is only slightly weaker than Wave Crash, even on resistances. It can allow me to 2-hit KO non-physically defensive Slowking, max HP Volcarona, and Serena. I went Adamant max attack for the most damage. 40 speed EVs allow me to outspeed Adamant Serena, and the leftover 216 EVs were put into HP for the added bulk. Next up, it was finally time to take Miss Magius off the bench. Because of Levitate, it's an excellent switch into a Powdon's Earthquake, and because it's a ghost type, it also blocks Rapid Spin. I went with a Cobra Berry, that way I can take a Kowtow Cleave from King Gambit, a Crunch from a Powdon, or even a Dark Pulse from Iron Jugulus. I went with a Modest Nature, 96 Special Attack EVs to knock out Iron Bundle with Thunderbolt. Grass Knot allows me to 2-hit KO Hippowdon, and Mystical Fire is a 2-hit KO on King Gambit, which coaxes King Gambit to go for Sucker Punch, which I can neutralize via Will-O-Wisp, having its attack. With 248 HP EVs and 164 defense EVs, I can always take after Stealth Rock and Adamant Power Whip from Serena, allowing me to always spin block and threaten it with a burn. To keep my team healthy and safely switch into Iron Bundle, Sylveon was my next pick. I went with the standard Wish Protect Hyper Voice set with leftovers as my item for longevity, and my last move was Calm Mind. This is because without critical hits, Sylveon can actually beat Volcarona 1v1, but that is just my last resort. With a Calm Nature, 92 Special Defense EVs, and 240 HP EVs, I'm never 2-hit KO'd by a modest Choice Specs Iron Bundle's Hydro Pump after Protect, and I went insanely fast on the Sylveon. 176 speed EVs allowed me to outspeed an Adamant Max Speed King Gambit, maybe surprising it with a KO after a couple Calm Mind boosts. Last, we have Espathra. The combination of Lumina Crash, Terra Blast Fighting, and Shadow Ball hits my opponent's entire team for neutral or super effective damage. Roost plus leftovers gives me longevity. With a Calm Nature, max Special Defense EVs, and 180 HP EVs, I'm never 2-hit KO'd by a timid max Special Attack Volcarona's Fiery Dance or a Gardevoir's Moonblast, as long as it's not choice specs. And because Lumina Crash is always lowering Volcarona's special defense by -2, I can actually beat it 1v1 in some scenarios, seeing as how Speed Boost is constantly raising my speed alongside it. 20 special attack EVs allow me to knock out Iron Bundle with Terra Blast if I terastallize to a fighting type, and the 56 speed EVs allow me to outspeed a modest Iron Bundle after 1 speed boost and most variations of bulky Volcarona. After this battle, make sure you check out my opponent Kurpie. He's absolutely hilarious, he's good at the game, and he just hit 1,000 subs. I want to give a big thank you to Dylan, Envy, and Zazo for the help this week, and remind you that if you enjoy competitive Pokemon, I upload it every single day. My end of year goal is 400,000 subscribers, and I'd love if you subbed. I've held you up long enough, so let's get right into the battle. Alright, so here we are with my game versus Kurpie. Make sure you go and check him out. He just recently hit 1,000 subscribers. Big shout out to him, obviously. And also, if you enjoy competitive Pokemon, make sure you sub to me. I upload it every single day, and these Draft League games are going up every single Sunday. So we both made playoffs. We're actually both 4-2. So right now we're kind of just fighting for what spot in playoffs we want to be in, basically 1 through 8, right? Because 1 faces 8, 2 faces 7, etc. So I brought some really fun stuff, and I'm excited to try this out today. All right, so Volcarona. It's my desk making noises. Iron Jug. Ooh, the Iron Jug. There's the bundle, of course. It's amazing versus me. I kind of just skip Hippowdon when I'm writing down the team builder, and Serena, both of which are amazing as well. And yeah, there is the Slowking too. So pretty easy game plan for me. I just lead off with Pastleberry, Ivory, and kind of go around from there. Looks like my Miss Magius clicks a couple buttons. Hopefully I win with Calm Mind. Sylveon or Palafin just puts in a ton of work. Gonna go towards one of those end games. Scarf Meowscarada can revenge kill a lot of my opponent's team as well, depending on what speed tiers my opponent has on Pokemon too. So big good luck to Kurpie. And also, guys, if you haven't already picked up my Draco Shaker, you can use it. Code AIM down below to save. You support me. We sold hundreds so far. Link is down below. But let's start it up. So Ivory lead into Serena. Oh, great lead on my part. Very, very, very good lead on my part. Some might say the best lead on my part. In terms of how I want to switch into this, I don't. So I'm just going to get a Brox like I'm supposed to be in front of everything. Serena should be faster than me. Serena should be faster than me. And I will be able to gauge how much damage this thing does just based on turn 1. I am faster than Serena, which means they're a very bulky variant. That means my Palafin is going to be faster than Serena too. So I'm okay with that. They immediately go for Trop Kick. That did 5 damage. That did literally the number 5. Okay, so Trop Kick does, yeah, there's like, there gotta be like no attack investment in that thing. Yeah, that did, wow, that did, okay, that's literally no attack investment. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for Volt Switch here. I have a Miss Magius that comes in on this, and I can go right for Will-O-Wisp. So Trop Kick, I'm gonna put no attack investment. Trop Kick, no attack. I'm assuming it's gonna go for, it could try and go for Rapid Spin, but I think it's like Trop Kick, U-Turn, Rapid Spin set. Doesn't get knockoff at the moment, unfortunately. So we go out to Miss Magius. Pretty safe switching, and then we can kind of just burn something with it immediately. First time coming off the bench, really excited to use it as well. They do end up going for U-Turn, which is a good play. U-Turn. They could also be Assault Vest, to be honest. That was a good play. That was a really good play. But we end up getting off damage on them, which is really nice. And also, they don't have a lot that actually wants to come in on me besides the Iron Jugulus. And that does reveal Iron Jugulus's item. Yeah, it does let me reveal Iron Jugulus's item, which I'm thinking it could be Booster. It might be Boots. If it's Boots, it doesn't really deal with Sylveon too well. It is Boots. Okay, Boots. I just want to look at Iron Jugulus's move pool really quickly. Could be Taunt. Flash Cannon is the best thing it could do to really hit me. It does have access to Iron Head, which does do a lot. Iron Jugulus. I do have, so I do live knockoff, and I kind of want to burn it, but that might be a misplay because I just don't want them iron hitting raw into my Sylveon. So I'm debating, do I actually go for the Will-O-Wisp here? Because they should go for knockoff first, I think, and then from there they'll end up going for potentially Iron Head if they have it. I will be able to live this, so I'm just gonna go right for a Will-O-Wisp because I don't want them going right for Iron Head. They end up going for Snarl, which is great because obviously that's gonna do absolutely nothing to me. And please land. This would be such a, I know I'm going to miss this, but this would be such a great start. Oh, I actually landed on Jug. Perfect. So Snarl. I get the burn off on that, which is nice. Burnt. And that basically allows my Sylveon to kind of come in freely on this now. The other play, yeah. Sylveon's definitely a play. So not that they're burnt. Just in case it had Iron Head. Like I said, I don't really care if it's something like Flash Cannon. It's just mainly Iron Head was what I was scared of. Iron Head was what I was scared of. So they go for another Snarl. That's fine. Special attack drop, but that doesn't really matter too much because I do have defense investment on Miss Magius. So basically I always go for Wish here. Always go for Wish.
We get that burn damage that is not recoverable because that dude unfortunately does not learn Roost. It's going to be so much better once it gets Roost, man. I think Iron Jugulis is so good. It looks so cool too. But we're going to wish up here and see what we can switch into on this thing. Volcarona is potentially an answer too. Slowking I think looks safest potentially as well as something that wants to come in. Moto is a Hippowdon. So this lets me Wish Pass into my Mismagius. And there's no sand either. So there's actually going to be no chip damage on Mismagius either. I'm assuming they just end up going for rocks. So I basically end up at full here. Perfect. And I can bring out Mismagius. Even if they have Heavy Slam, my Mismagius is running a very defensive set. So I should be able to live this. Just going to run the quick calc. I mean, I know I live it because, again, I'm like super bulky. Hippowdon. Let's just see special defensive wall. Let's just see just random Heavy Slam or something like that. Yeah, 35 to whatever. Crunch doesn't kill me either if it's Spadef EV'd as well. Yep, Crunch does not kill me. So we're going to swap to Mismagius here on this. I believe we also know that Hippo is running Boots too. Wonder if this is just boot spam. It could just be boot spam, so maybe the rocks don't matter. But yeah, they get up Stealth Rock there. Wait, was Hippo running boots? Let me see. I didn't see if it actually took Stealth Rock damage, but let me look at Hippo's HP in a second. But basically, Mismagius comes in at full, which is amazing. Oh, okay. No, it's not running boots. What am I saying? It took damage. It's probably Rocky Helmet then, if anything. So, what I want to do here is I was actually supposed to go out into Palafin there, but the Wish just felt so safe. Kind of want a Thunderbolt because Hippo can't really do crap to me, and if I burn it, it's not a threat. So I'm going to Thunderbolt because I think it hits Iron Jug. I don't think you should stay in with Hippo and let me burn you, like I said, for free. I'm assuming Hippo is going to be Rocky Helmet. I'm just going to write that down as an option, but I should have went Palafin there to get it activated, but I want the damage on Jugulis. That way it can't come in for free on me. And if they have Whirlwind, that's fine. Ideally, they Whirlwind me out into my Palafin. So I think I definitely should have went Palafin of my own there, though. But getting the Wish back up to my Mismagius is really nice. Like, it's very nice. They do switch. Again, Thunderbolt just seemed like it was good into anything. I'm assuming Jugulis might come back out. Nice. So we're going to hit Jugulis for some decent damage. I am modest, but I only have 96 special attack investment. But that should be in range of Jet Punch now for my Choice Band set. Awesome. And I just realized my opponent did not bring the... I'm going to go Ivory instead, actually. Instead of going Sylveon. Because I feel like if they double, Ivory looks really good. And I still have my Pasho Berry. They may end up going for Snarl as well. But I still have my Pasho. And I want to be able to Rapid Spin and then get in my Palafin for free. So I'm max special defense. And there's the rest. Ooh. So it's Rest Snarl. Okay. Rest. Rest Snarl is wild, yo. That's sick. That is very sick. We're going to Rapid Spin here. Gonna Rapid Spin here. Rest Snarl. I'm assuming maybe it's Sleep Talk. Snarl doesn't really do much into my team, but it is good into Meowscarada. So maybe Sleep Talk Air Slash. Basically, I'm expecting Hippo to want to come out. I'm definitely expecting Hippo to want to come out here. That's sick. That's a very bulky set. So they switch. It could be Serena as well. King Julian is the Slow King. Alright, we get to find out this thing's item as well. Do you take rocks? Oh, so they're running heavy duty boots on Slow King. Cool, so they're not Rocky Helmet. Boots. Nice. And what I can do here is Volt Switch. I think that's Fizz Def, just based on how little Rapid Spin did. But yeah, I always Volt Switch on this thing. Slow King. Yeah, Rapid Spin did absolutely nothing, so I think that's Fizz Def, because it would do, I think, slightly more. That's closer to 10% than 12, right? I think it would do slightly more, if anything. And maybe not. I could be wrong. I don't want them Thunder Waving my Sylveon, because that could be annoying. Although that would be a wild play if they made it. So Boots Snarl means they always beat my Espathra 1v1. That's their check for Espathra. I don't want that Mon getting Thunder Wave there. I'd rather bring out Mismagius again. Because again, it kind of sits on Hippo. Especially if they're Whirlwind. Okay, they went for Chilly Reception. Cool. Boots. Chilly Reception. If they go Bundle, I knock it out with Thunderbolt after rocks, assuming it's not Boots. It still can't knock me out with Blizzard. Volcarona still has to fear Power Gem as well. It does have to fear Power Gem. So that's something to keep in mind. And I'm assuming they might bring out the Sleep Talk Pokemon. But once I get in Palafin, it's going to start just clicking buttons. Like, Palafin is insane in this game. Dude just starts clicking. Like, it does not care. Palafin on defensive Slowking. Body Slam is almost 2-hit KOs. If it's max defense, it almost 2-hit KOs. Oh, yeah, that's Hero Mode as well. But yeah, Palafin just starts clicking in this game, which is what I want. I guess it's going to be a little bit slower of a game until they eventually go Volcarona and start clicking Quiver Dance. The Restock Iron Jugulis is a cool tech, though. I mean, best case for me is they go Iron Bundle and just sack it to Thunderbolt. I think they're still scared to go out into Volcarona just because... Ooh, okay. Okay. I mean, I'll take the burn, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with me burning this thing. Yeah. All right, so Miss Magius ends up burning Hippo. I do have... They could have Lum, but I think they're Rocky Helmet. Let's see. Burnt. They do have the Lum Berry. Okay, they were Lum. Lum. Ice Fang does absolutely nothing to me because this is a Fizz Def set, man. This is Fizz Def. And what I want to do here is I want to go Palafin. I'm assuming they're not gonna Earthquake, right? They're never gonna Earthquake. At worst, they Ice Fang, but I assume they go out into Iron Jugulis, so I want to get my guy activated. Basically, Fizz Def Miss Magius is currently walling the majority of my opponent's team. It is currently walling the majority of my opponent's team. And it being able to just be constantly Wish Pass in front of Hippo, Slum, EQ, Slack Off. I'm assuming it's EQ, Slack Off, Ice Fang. So there's the Lum. We're going to get in Leviathan now, just to get my homie activated by switching out later. I'm assuming they go Jug. They do switch out. It should be a Jugulis. Yep, there's the Jugulis. It's rested. No turns burnt. All right. So I finally get to bring it back out. And I can go back out into Sylveon here safely and just Wish Pass immediately to Miss Magius. Miss Magius is putting on a lot of pressure. And I haven't revealed that I have Grass Knot just yet, which will do a good chunk to Hippo. So, got my Palafin activated, which is perfect. They could still be Snarl Ironhead, which would be a little bit annoying. But I can't really do much about that. There's a Sleep Talk. Yeah, we know it's rest. We figured they'd be Sleep Talk. And they Sleep Talk a rest. Cool. I don't think they end up staying in. I'm going to make the play of bringing out my Meowscarada here. It's a very aggressive double, but it does not make sense to stay in and take a Hyper Voice. It literally does not make sense to stay in and take a Hyper Voice at all. I cannot see my opponent making that play. So, exactly. So, I want to make a little bit of an aggressive play here, but it's like they're sleeping. There's GE, the Volcarona. There's that Volcarona. +6, knock them out, even if they sassy. I don't know if they Terra immediately, because I could have Power Gem. Like, I mean, I do have Power Gem, obviously, and Power Gem will knock it out. They could Terra, though. If they don't Terra, Sylveon does beat this 1v1. I kind of just want to U-turn just in case they go Serena. Because again, if I do get this Power Gem off on Volk, obviously, like, the game gets a lot easier because they eventually just lose to Calm Mind Sylveon. I'm going to U-turn. Yeah, I had a feeling. What? Alright, so we're in a different stadium now. There's probably different music and everything too. We just got in call and basically redid everything that that happened. So the only thing that's different is I have slightly more damage on my Iron Treads and my Miss Magius, but besides that, I'm pretty good. So I go for U-turn here. He switches. I believe we didn't see what he actually switched into, but I'm really hoping it was Serena, man. Oh my god, that'd be amazing if it was Serena because the damage that it would do. I don't know why he's taking so long to switch out. Last time he already switched out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Kurpie. Go ahead and switch out. Alright, so he switched out to Tatsumaki, which is, yeah, Tatsumaki. That's a good nickname. Alright, so I hit him with a Protean U-turn, which is amazing. Ooh, the did some big damage. That did some big damage. So we know based on that, right? Based on that Protean U-turn during that much to Meowscarada. I'm sorry, Serena. I didn't realize he had named it Tatsumaki, by the way. 252. Impish, yeah, about 50. Palafin does enough damage with Body Slam that I can bring it out now. It does enough with Body Slam, it's pretty free. And I know I'm faster because my other Mon was faster as well. And I'm transformed and everything. Yep, that is for sure in range. So we're going to click the Choice Band Body Slam because it hits Slowking. And I'm assuming he's going to go out to that Slowking. Find out right now. And then this is like the part where he doesn't really switch into Choice Band Body Slam very well at all. Plus I can get a chance to get Para on this, which is nice too. So there's that Choice Band Body Slam coming out. Ooh! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. 50%. That did 50% to Slowking. That means he has some defense EVs. That means he has some defense EVs. But he's not max. I couldn't do that much without... That literally did 50. So we're going to go for another Body Slam here. And this is where we click Choice Band Body Slam. And I think my Stealth Rock are going to be here to stay. Not that they do that much in this game to begin with. He might end up going out to Hippowdon. But that's about it, I think. I think only Hippowdon could come in and eat this hit. But then I Rapid Spin on that thing too. So we're in a pretty good spot. He still doesn't know if I have Power Gem or not yet. And yeah, so dude took 50. There's Moto, the Hippowdon. Gonna get some beautiful damage off on this thing as well. Hippowdon. Oh my god. That is special defensive as hell, dude. That is special defensive as hell. I'm gonna switch, I think, into Miss Magius. That did so much damage. That was like, okay, 50. He's in the 40% range. I have a shot of 2 KOing him. Do I want to go for it? I mean, it's kind of fun. Let me just go for it. Because best case is he slacks off. Or best case is actually I just get the roll and I kill Hippo. Perfect. Oh my god. Body Slam Palafin! Body... Oh, why am I writing Body Slam? No game with rocks. I don't have to play a rock. Palafin KOs Hippo with the Body Slam! What a normal move, bro. I felt like slacking. That literally is slacking in that one. So let's get rid of this Hippo. Okay, so I mean, this one is a giant threat. Ideally, we see Iron Bundle take Stealth Rock. Even if Volcarona is Will-O-Wisp, I can spam Body Slam to get the Para on it. And then kind of just calm mind up. There's Private. There is the bundle. It does take Stealth Rock damage. Private does take Stealth Rock damage. Okay, so it's not rocks. And it is, and there's no booster energy either. No booster. Which means it's probably Specs. I want to say it's probably Specs or Mystic Water. My Sylveon is super strong here. My Sylveon is my best play. Sylveon's my best play regardless. If it's Timid Specs, he cannot 2-hit KO me after Leftovers recovery. Iron Bundle. Yeah, I can. Alright, flip turns out. Okay, nice. Smart play. It's a flip turn right there. Now, I technically... It could be Scarf too. Flip turn. So it's coming in at 50. 50% most likely. It's coming in at 50 right here. Again, Sylveon is still a giant threat, and Serena cannot spin because I will always go Miss Magius. Oh, I will always bring on Miss Magius on you, my friend. Always. Actually, there's a really good shot I'm faster than this guy. It has to have speed to outspeed me. It literally has to have speed to outspeed me. I want to Hyper Voice here and get the kill. I'm going to Hyper Voice. You literally have to have speed to outspeed me. I know I'm going to be faster than you. Get the hell out of there. Alright. So. Yeah. Sylveon KOs Serena. I didn't want to switch and have it like synthesis and have me play a game like that. So I get 2 kills there, but I'm still insanely Volcarona weak. Like insanely Volcarona weak. I know I said that twice in a row, but I'm actually insanely Volcarona weak. I believe I just go Palafin, force the water, like the water Terra by clicking Body Slam, and then I live Giga Drain at +1, and then Meowscarada can Flower Trick everything. So I believe that's what I do. And if it's bulky with Wisp, that Bison does so much. So there's G. I got my 2 kills there. Perfect. We're going to go Palafin here. If it's +1, Giga Drain, I live this guaranteed. So they do double out there. Very good double. Very good double. They are not trying to give up anything. They're not trying to let my Palafin in. Leads to believe. I don't know, man. This is kind of nice. This is still a very good position for me. I'm going to flip turn here. The reason I'm going to flip turn is because I want to bring out my Iron Treads, who's basically useless, but what I hope happens is they Chilly Reception out into Bundle, which I have a Passion Berry for and can kill with Volt Switch. So I'm going to go Iron Treads because Iron Treads is basically useless at this point, right? But if they do end up Chilly Reception, and they're not Calm Mind if they're Chilly Reception in my opinion. There's a Thunder Wave. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I expect from that. So it's T-Wave, Chilly, T-Wave. I do have that Passion Berry as I mentioned. I'm just going to click Earthquake here and do a good chunk of damage. They know my entire moveset, I'm pretty sure, but I'll do my good chunk of damage. That's basically, I'm going for my good chunk of damage. They'll eat this if they go for Chilly. Oh, and that's an easy 2 KO. Perfect. And they tell their back, so they go for Chilly. They're probably going to bring out their Bundle, which my Iron Treads, oh, the tech is going crazy here. I hope they bring out Bundle because, I should live and I can go for the Iron Bundle. Choice Specs. The extra damage that they got in the replay might actually end up mattering. I'm at 304. But then we get to find out if it actually kills me at this range, then we get to find out that's Specs with just flip turn. But yeah, we're in a pretty good spot here. Pretty good spot, I would say. Seeing as how we have more Pokemon than my opponent. That's how I've judged that we are in a pretty good spot. I use my eyes and my other senses, not my smell so much, but I can smell a pretty good spot though. If I see one, I might be using my smell. I might have lied. Anyway, Bundle is Bundle. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, Volcarona coming out is fine. Because I actually always Volt Switch on this thing. Always. They do end up terrestrializing into a water type most likely here. And this is great because I get the slow Volt Switch into Scarf Flower Trip from Meowscarada. I'm assuming they're a water type here, right? Perfect. The water type. Perfect. I live this easily. And now I don't even have to predict. I just click Flower Trick always. And Thunderbolt and things like that. So there's the Quiver. Terra Water. Quiver. Water. Quiver. I'm faster with Scarf Meowscarada, and now there's no 50-50s. Also, Sylveon has the ability to beat this thing 1v1. So Meowscarada comes out for sure. Volcarona. Terra type, we knew they would be water. Flower Trip, if it's like, it literally has to be like max defense, max HP to live, and then I just kill it with Jet Punch after, so. I'm going to swap in my Meowscarada. It would literally have to be max to live this. And if it's not, it dies. So I'm going to go right for the Flower Trick here. Going to go right for the Flower Trick. And then if they go out to Jug, I'm okay with that. Basically, now that they are water, there's no 50-50s of me having to click Power Gem. And Flower Trick knocks out Volk, Bundle, and Slowking. And again, if it does not knock out Volcarona, I can Jet Punch right after, and I feel fine. I feel good versus it. Sylveon goes crazy too now that they don't resist Hyper Voice. Like Sylveon beats Volcarona with Calm Mind War versus Quiver Dance War as long as Volcarona doesn't crit. Like, as long as you're not playing Pokemon, it beats Volcarona. Come on, baby. All right, they do switch out. I'm assuming Jugless is going to come out. Yep, there's Jug. And that's fine because we always can bring out Treads on this thing. I'm going to figure out how much damage this Jug is going to take too. Dude took nothing. That's like max HP. So we always go treads, right? The reason we're going treads is because we can keep up momentum and we can volt switch, and then we can bring out Palafin and go from there. If they double out to bundle, again, I always have my Pasho Berry, which can help me out a lot in this endgame. So Meowscarada is looking exceptionally good right now. Extremely, extremely good right now. Please don't disconnect anymore. We don't want any of that. I don't want to have to get back to this position. I don't want to have to deal with rocks and get extra damage on Ivory and things like that too. He does double. He does double out. Is into bundle. It's the GE. Ooh, good play, good play, good play. Good play. I always volt switch though. Same thing. He goes for Fiery Dance, so we know he has Fiery Dance. He's not going to kill me. Yep. Fiery. It took me from 288 to 288 to 60. From 288 to 60. What does that mean? Iron Treads, Volcarona, OU Bulky. 288 to 60. I'm just trying to run the calc on this. 228 damage, yeah. So that means he's like no bulk. All right, excuse me, no, barely any offensive EVs. Which is good, because I always bring you out. Always can bring you out, and then we're good, because Palafin gets to come out after. So, I want to click Power Gem, but it's literally a choke. There's no reason to predict. It is literally a choke to click Power Gem. He has no special attack EVs, though, which means it does not kill Palafin at one hit. Oh, and they stayed in, too, which is amazing. I'm so glad they stayed in there, so we don't have to worry about being 6-0 by this thing. Perfect. Volcarona dies. Perfect. Volcarona dies, which is amazing. I think he, at that point, was kind of thinking that I was trying to bluff or something and trying to wait for it. I'm not sure. Or maybe that I'd over-predict. I think that's what he was going for there. But from this position, I'm just going hard Palafin. Like, I'm literally going hard Palafin because it's time for Palafin to get some kills. It is time for Palafin to get some KOs. I just wave crash, wave crash, wave crash. If they double here, I'm fine too. This is his second turn, I believe, of Sleep Talk. So let's see what he gets. There's a second turn. I can always go Sylveon after and wish past the Palafin, so I'm good. There's Air Slash. That's a critical hit Air Slash. That is a critical hit Air Slash. I'm just going to flip turn here. Crit Air Slash kind of sucks. But again, I'm always flip turning because I can bring in Palafin again. And then, same exact thing. Like King Julian comes out, I just go for U-turn on that. I keep it low. And this was kind of like the game plan into beating this type of team too. Just flip, turn around, flip, turn around, flip, turn around. Hyper Voice actually picks up a KO right here. But Meowscarada is better. Meowscarada is literally better. I could also technically Power Gem and throw, but I don't need to because U-turn into flip turn and then Flower Trick later just looks extremely good. Also, this is going to do a decent chunk to King Julian. Like a really good chunk to King Julian. Okay. I kind of just want to Jet Punch now. At that percentage, I think I can just Jet Punch. I think I could just Jet Punch, just based on the damage how much Flip Turn did. I'm pretty positive it 2 KOs. And I don't have to risk like a flinch or anything like that too. So we're going to Jet Punch here with our ban. I can't believe Body Slam went crazy. Yep. So we should be able to pick up the Iron Jugless. Nice. Palafin KOs Jugulators. I'm not going to go for the 6-0. Even though I would love to assert dominance. But that's also how you literally throw a game, and there's 0 point to throwing a game. Like, if I get frozen, it'd be very annoying. So I'm just going to go for the 100% win. But it's not going to involve sacking you. It's actually going to be involved sacking this. Because even if they substitute with that private, Sylveon has Hyper Voice to go through. But yeah, I could have won Sylveon this turn and tried to 6-0 for differential, but I'm already guaranteed playoffs, so is he. I don't know if that would give me the main spot, but... Hydros. I actually could have stayed in and and hit him twice. So he Hydro's there. And Meowscarada, man. Meowscarada 100% lives, yep. So I go Meowscarada here and just pick up the last 2 KOs with Flower Trick and Flower Trick. So, bundle, KOs, Ivory, which treads, Iron treads. The Eevee is really working this one. I'm glad. And almost clicked Power Gem, which I don't need to. But yeah, we should be able to Flower Trick. Nice. Meow KOs, bundle. And Meow is going to KO. Meow KO Sleeping. So this was like a Slowking. This was like how my team is, how I thought my team would be when I drafted it. And this is how my team did in mocks as well versus this team. I basically just flip turn and did all this stuff over and over and over and over again until I was in a position where he couldn't do anything. It helped a lot that Volcarona terrestrialized early. Like in my games when I did it, Volcarona had not terrestrialized. So it was always like, okay, do I Flower Trip? Do I Power Gem? I made a few predictions, but I only made one prediction versus Volcarona. This was when he scouted for the Scarf Power Gem. And I went for the U-turn there because I figured if he does not terrestrialize, I could go Palafin there, and then I could have just went for Body Slam, Body Slam, Body Slam. Now, obviously, Palafin went in like stupid in this game. Palafin went completely stupid. But we're now 5-2. We already qualified for playoffs. And I guess like that's it, guys. I hope y'all enjoy. Please subscribe to Kurpie. I'm gonna talk to him that way we can get in a call. We actually were in a call and messing around. I don't know if he recorded on his side, but we were messing around and talking crap. I was like, yo, you did 6% more. But yeah, this was a really fun one. Miss Magius was really, really good support in this game. Palafin was insane, KOing Hippo without even using a water move. And we're going to do the interview. Also, guys, if you want to support me, feel free to pick up my Draco Shaker. 100 sold so far. I appreciate all the support. Use code AIM. Advanced GG is a caffeinated energy drink, though, so obviously you're not drinking my shaker. I hope not. I don't know what you guys be doing. I can't control you. But you support me very much by picking it up. And if you want to pick up anything from Advanced GG, use code AIM. Caffeinated energy drink, also 18+. So I'll see y'all in a sec with the interview with my boy Kurpie. Peace, guys. So I'm in call with Kurpie, but I'm about to stop the interview automatically because he just said I'm scared of LeChonk from Amel. In call to me.
Yeah, dude.
So Kurpie and I are now 1-1 because they counted my loss. They counted the disconnect as my loss.
Dude, I don't know what happened, bro. It was just you were getting fucked up and it gave me the win, and then I don't know, you apparently got real mad and fucked me up and it didn't go so well.
I like the Slowking. The Slowking's like super anti-Espathra. Like
yeah. So the idea essentially was I was like, Boom Burst Palafin, kind of a dick. So I'm gonna go more Spadef because I have Serena for like physical and this guy can take one. And I check Boom Burst variants and I check I had counterplay to every single variant of Palafin.
Except Body Slam.
Well, okay, and I was telling him, so this is, obviously banded Palafin, right? And banded Body Slam is just slightly weaker than Wave Crash. So it's a cool like variant that he can go for. I was hoping it learned Return, but then the game said no, nothing learns Return.
Yeah, Return doesn't exist anymore.
And if Moat was here, I can't make a takedown joke because that Jeopardy hasn't gone up yet. But Body Slam is really good because basically, even if you burnt me with Volcarona's ability, because your Volcarona sets that I thought you would run could be Fiery Dance, Psychic, Giga Drain, Quiver Dance. The one you have, Fire Dance, Psychic, Quiver Dance, and Morning Sun, and then forego hitting Tauros. Or actually, no, then you could go like Terra Blast, Giga Drain, Psychic, if you don't want to go Fire Dance. But obviously that's worse versus Meowscarada. So like, I figured even if you burnt me, like Body Slam does a stupid amount of damage, and first time 30% chance, exactly. First time 30%, second time 51% probability to beat you, and also I don't die to +1 Giga Drain, right? I don't die to +1 Giga Drain as long as I'm at full HP.
Bulky.
Yeah, because I'm slacking, unbound over here.
I'm slacking, but a fish.
So you were telling me that. Guys, please watch Kurpie's side. He's probably one of the. If I had to go people that I look forward to watching every single week, Nexus, Kurpie, and Mephisto are all like my top 3. Like in terms of commentary, they're amazing. He just hit 1,000 subs, which is awesome. So are you able to get monetized now, or you're close, right? Obviously.
Yeah, I just need the watch time.
So go watch his side, please, because honestly, his commentary is probably a lot better than mine. But you're telling me about this Hippo. So you're very offensive. Ice Fang,
Yeah.
what? Does Ice Fang into Earthquake KO Meowscarada or something?
The Hippo went through a lot of different things. So originally started off as Lure. So originally my first build was I had enough attack into enough defense to kill you with Earthquake into body press. But then it never worked. So I scrapped that. And then I was Earthquake, Crunch, Slack Off, Stealth Rock. And then I kept getting screwed up by Meowscarada. So I scrapped that one. And then I faced Halucha. And I got screwed up by that guy. So
That's
I'm like,
who it. Yeah, that's who it.
How
That's
do
why
I
Fang.
beat Halucha and Meowscarada? And I was like, screw it, Ice Fang. Because Ice Fang does, with my attack investment, I 2-hit KO, I believe it's like almost max HP Halucha, or something like that. I think it does something specific where it just like really fat Halucha doesn't actually set up on Hippo, unless you're bulk up, and if you're bulk up, then I don't know, I'm screwed.
Nah, I mean,
But as Steve, it's just better if it came at all.
If I'm bulk up, you also have Iron Bundle to always revenge. Like if I'm bulk up, I'm not gonna speed boost, and even Slow King can Psychic and Chiller Reception.
Yeah, exactly. Like I had ways out, but like like Hippo can't do anything besides Whirlwind against bulk up thing. But I didn't think that was kind of a bringing to me.
Yeah, I think that's fair too. Like this was kind of like
I had your 6 not marked on. Like pregame I always put 6 in my builder and then change them around. I had your 6 marked on, like 1 for 1 perfect.
it was just like, I mean, like I said, this was, so this week, right? Obviously we're both in playoffs, right? We're both in playoffs. So the way my thought, or the way like me and Zaza were talking this week was, we're gonna try and also predict what you're gonna bring and try to specifically counter team that only. So literally brought, like you see my Miss Maggie is slow as hell, but I got Mystical Fire plus Wisp for Gambit, Thunderbolt to hit like Bundle, Grass Knot for Hippo type of thing. So like I have all this coverage, no Shadow Ball, even though Shadow Ball is extremely spammable versus your team.
Into me.
Yeah. Because also, I mean, we're gonna most
No
likely
power
fight
gems
each other.
also interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there was no point because I'm slow. If I was,
I guess that's valid. Yeah.
yeah, if I was maybe a playoff version of Miss Magius, I would bring maybe Power Gem. You know what I mean? Like the only set that I thought was the GOAT on this team, besides the Palafin, was the Meowscarada. Because I mean, Choice Scarf, Power Gem, Flower Trick, U-Turn, or Sphere. If I make a play, like it gets a kill, right? Besides this incredible Iron Juggler set you brought, the ultimate Espother counter. I really like this set.
Yeah, that was the first. That was one of my, every time like I'll look at my matchups kind of in advance and I'll kind of just let them sit. And that was one I had just randomly. I'm like, like Jugulis in theory sits on Miss Mag, and I knew it got D-Gleam, but then I actually ran Calcs against D-Gleam. I'm like, damn, this does nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Snarl was just for setup variants and things like that. Also, just like Life Orb was really annoying. So the Snarl, I was willing to take the chance on the miss. Just for lowering the special attack, which is huge because it also lowers special attack on Sylveon coming in.
Yeah.
Which, how it kept playing out is I would always Snarl, force it out, they would go Sylveon, and then I'd bring in Hippo, and I would 2-hit KO something with Adamant Earthquake because you actually lacked ground resist outside of Meowscarada and Miss Mag.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Miss Mag was very 50-50 in some mocks, and then Meowscarada never wanted to come in safely because it still takes like 30% from Hippo.
Yeah, no, it's 100% true. I really like that. I was actually talking about, I think at Team Preview or even during the battle, like, dude, I can't wait for Iron Jugglers to get Roost because the things you can do with this Pokemon once it actually, if it ever does, get reliable recovery.
If it's Roost, it'll be so nice.
Yeah, dude, it's because it has such an insane move pool and... it's Hydreigon. And the reason I stayed into Will-O-Wisp was because obviously you saw I had my Cobra Berry, right? But it was...
Yeah.
I was scared about knockoff into Ironhead, like a set like that.
Into Sylveon, yeah.
Yeah, into Sylveon. And I'm like... Because I was telling you that Sylveon always beats Volcarona if you Terra and can beat it if you don't Terra, as long as you don't crit me. But we're playing the game of Pokemon, so you're hitting me for 16 Fiery Dances. Though I will say in testing... I never got crit once by Volk.
Oh, that's good because I always got crit during mine, so it worked out perfectly.
But I didn't want to be in that position.
Yeah,
right?
No, it was never a good position to be in.
I would never want to be in that position early, so I tried to play in a way that you saw me double to Meowscarada, trying to throw off, hey, I have Power Gem. And I sat there for a minute like, what do I click? Do I click U-Turn? Do I click Flower Trip? Do I click Power Gem? And at the end, I just decided U-Turn because I could always go Palafin if you got me on the play, right? Yeah, basically.
And I was close to it too, but I was like, I just don't trust it to not have Power Gem, and it wasn't worth throwing my Volk away like that early. Because if I lost Volk that early, I don't think I could have won the game whatsoever. So, like, it wasn't worth risking. But I was really close to being like, he's just going to U-turn or not click Power Gem, so we'll probably be fine.
Yeah, I mean, if I U-turn and I got burnt, there was a good shot I lose that game. But also, if you Terra, I mean, you not having Giga Drain makes a difference, right? Because I technically can just click Body Slam forever versus your team. Dude, when it 2-KO'd Hippo, I was like...
Body Slam, bro. Yeah, I ran the calc, and I was like, wait, Hippo... I don't need to sack Serena to this thing. Hippo takes 2, and I can just slack off and kind of ignore him. And then I came and took the first one, and I'm like, that kind of looks like a 2-KO to me. I'm not gonna lie. And I said my famous, nah, this doesn't kill. And then I died. I'm like, damn, I died. That's unfortunate. Anyways, I think I lose. Yeah, I got thrown off, and then I was like, okay, I can turn this around. I just need to bring in Serena and click Synthesis, and then you outsped me, and I was like, okay, well, Sylveon's a NASCAR driver now. That boy was so fast.
Well,
I was like, oh.
do you want to know why I say it in there too? I was sassy Iron Treads. So if you were not faster than a 212 speed, 223 speed, I thought it was 212, so that actually influenced my play. But 223 speed Iron Treads, I was like, there's no freaking way it's faster, because then the basically drop kick damage too. I was like, no, he's not adamant. He's not adamant at all, right? So I was like, dude, he has to be defensive, because otherwise I just click wave crash, wave crash, wave crash. So like Serena makes a lot of sense in this game too, and that's why I was like, I'm gonna hyper voice here. He's not gonna kill me first off. He's not defensive, and I'm gonna outspeed him. And yeah, I was NASCAR driver. It was a great year for Sylveon.
Yeah.
It was a great year. Went around and around. I like Specs Bundle a lot into my team too. It's very hard to get in, I feel.
Yeah, I had a couple different ideas with like, ideally I don't lose all my momentum in the beginning of the game. Unfortunately I did, but usually it was very easy to like get Slowking or Hippo in and either force a KO with Hippo or get Slowking into Chili on things to get Bundle in. But it was hard to like keep that up. Also because I knew you were bulky Mismag, and then I was running calcs against like, if he's like Spadef Mismag, because I couldn't really tell off the Ice Fang damage how bulky you were in which sense. So I was like, if he's like Spadef, I don't kill, and he kills me with a Thunderbolt, so I don't want to risk it. So it was always like I could have brought Bundle in, but I never wanted to risk it against certain things.
Well, plus it has Hydro Pump too,
which is also Hydro Pump.
Yeah, as well. Like it would have been a lot harder if there was no bundle to obviously force out Palafin, I feel. Because bulky Volcarona makes like the most sense versus my team. I think even if you know my 6 and even have my sets, like I think you basically almost always go bulky Volk. Like,
oh dude, Volcarona is my favorite Mon to build of this season because I never have to run special attack or speed.
Ever.
The Mon literally just goes defensive and then boosts its Spadef and just doesn't die. It's so good.
My biggest gripe with Volk was I did tests with MV, like 30 tests, and I never burnt him with Flame Body, ever.
Yep, that's my life. That's kind of my life.
I've been watching. Obviously, I've been watching your Draft League games, and it's like the exact same thing. I feel like they just turned it off.
Genuinely, against Dell or Amo, I genuinely had to look. I was like, it still works. Like, they didn't change it in Gen 9, right? Like, there's still flame bodies. And it's one thing to not get them in game, but I'm not getting them in mocks either. Like, I'm not getting, I think I've genuinely gotten 2. I cannot get them. It's impossible.
It's crazy. Like, it's 30%. Like, if my opponent was going for Scald, if it existed versus me, insta-burn.
Burnt every turn. Every time.
Insta-burn.
I will say, in tandem with that, everyone who's brought Body Slam, which is plural, everyone who's brought Body Slam has yet to para me, except for Owen with his bear. Everyone else has not paired me with Body Slam. Matt brought Body Slam Azu week 1 and clicked it like 4 times and never got a para. You just killed me, so you never really had a chance to para. I guess that's the difference.
I mean, that's why I went for it also versus Hippo. I was like, okay, if I get this roll, I kill it. If I don't, he can get full para'd. And worst case, he's not going to do much damage to me, like, because I'm a Palafin at the end of the day. But I do like the offensive Hippo take. It's a really cool like Halucha answer, because Lucha could definitely have been. I didn't see it much on like, because I mean we had to play right away for me. Like obviously you know I played D-Ray on Thursday because it got extended from Wednesday, and then I had a few things going on this weekend. My mother-in-law came over, so I was like, I got to play Kurpie. We got this team ready. We got this fun team, and we'll see what happens. So like I didn't get like so many instances. I did 2-3 mocks, right? Usually I'll do a lot more to prep for the game, but I was like, damn, if I can get it. One of the mocks kind of went like battle. Like if I get you in the flip turn combo, in the flip turn U-turn combo, like It feels really good. What was the thought process against King Gambit? Because you felt like Jug was just better?
Yeah, it was more so just, like, because Jugulis was the first Mon I put on the team, because I knew that Espather was a problem, and I knew that Slowking was going to be otherwise dealing with things like Palafin, so I wasn't overly worried about it. Gambit's a Mon, I don't know, it's not bad, but I've had a lot of trouble trying to, like, get it in, because I feel like everything just does so much to it. Like, it's a Mon that, like, trades 1-for-1 at best a lot. Like, it forces a lot of prep, but I don't know, I found it very hard to, like, get in practice, other than against Amel when it killed everything.
Yeah.
But, like, I think that's also the only game it's come to. Just because it was very easy to get into, but against you, even things like Sylveon just did a lot with Hyper Voice, and I force it out, but, like, you just go into Treads, or if Espather Terras, then I'm fucked, or if you go into Palafin, then I'm screwed, and it's like, it opens up things that I'm not a huge fan of, where, like, it's always 7th Mon. Like, if I could bring 7 Pokemon, it probably comes here, but, like, everything else just had a different role or purpose to fill, so it never really felt valuable to replace anyone over.
I guess that's fair. Like, I was thinking the same thing. Like, Gambit's broken in OU, in my opinion, or was broken during SPL, but that's also because it can Terra. Right, like you're getting rid of your 4 times weakness, whereas everything can kind of like secondary even like double kick if they really want to, in a sense. Like
everything gets, even like Rock Smash or like some goofy fighting move probably still does half, which like is not good. It's also a Steel type that doesn't resist Fairy.
Yeah.
So I keep facing Fairy types and not having fun.
No, I think it's fair. I will say though, Gambit and obviously Chien-Pao are the 2 reasons why I'm running Terra Fighting over Terra Fairy on a spot.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, I think Terra Fairy would be. I mean, I think Fighting's good. Like, Fighting's been good, but I think Terra Fairy would be better just because the resistances for it. But I'm looking forward, obviously, to your next games. Like I said, they're very fun to watch. And obviously, the playoff run, we're all in it. Really cool to see everybody at 4-2 last week. And
it was insanely top half insanely top half
heavy.
For top 8.
Yeah, it was wild, dude. But I'm excited. Do you have anything else you want to say to the people?
Nah, I do want to thank you again. I said it in my video, but I do want to thank you again for everything you've done, not just for me, but for BBR and I guess Draft as a whole, really kind of revitalizing it, because obviously you're the one with the reach, so it's helped a lot of us smaller guys grow, and we really wouldn't be here without you. So from me to you, thank you a lot.
No, of course, bro. Like, honestly, I really want to grow, which is why I'm doing, the streams and everything, and I want people to sub to you guys, because first off, I'm generally enjoying the content. Right, and people are too. Obviously, they're watching every week. We're getting hundreds of people watching every week you play, and I do think that people need to. Well, I think you guys deserve more support, especially you put up some good content. It's hard to be good at the game and entertaining, in my opinion. It's not. It's very easy to be entertaining in some places. It's very easy to be good at the game. Easy is I use easy with like quotations, right? But it's easier to be one or the other. It's very hard to be both, and I do find a lot of you guys to be both, right? So I generally enjoy it, and I just want to spread the love. So I appreciate you, obviously, you guys taking me into BBR, you, D-Ray, and everybody, and I'm very happy to keep playing, and thank you for the game. Looking forward to playoffs. Hopefully, I dodge you, and you take out Amel. That way, I don't have to deal with Dragonite.
I don't want to deal with Amel. We've already decided that Owen's gonna deal with Amel. He can have Amel again. So. That was a group collective. My group collective, it was me and Dell. We decided, so we're all good.
Might have to lose next week so I can dodge him as well, depending on where he is on the thing.
Yeah, dude.
Yo, guys, listen. I'm not a wuss, okay? But he has Terra Dragonite. There are 3 Pokemon in this draft league that are broken with Terra. Volcarona that I just fought, Dragonite, and I can't remember the last one. Because Volcarona and Dragonite are just so broken.
Just mean. Yeah, no. I'm also okay not playing Terra Dragonite again. He's not very fun.
Prep is so annoying.
I'm not a fan. I've lost to it multiple times in showdown leagues. Not a fan. Not fun.
If only they gave me open Terra, so I could also use a spot throw. So I could use a spot throw to the save. But yeah, bro, thank you so much for being on the channel and everything. Guys, please subscribe to him, and I'll see you in the next one. Check out Kurpie's side as well. Like I said, he just hit 1,000 subs. Let's get him to them watch hours, right? He probably needs a couple hundred left, and then he'll be close. So go and watch him, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.